Hi again everyone, it's Mel at Stocksbridge Guitar Tech and welcome back to the channel. Got a little lesson for you today, and this is for anyone from beginner upwards. So I'm going to show you an easy way that you can learn all of the notes on the fretboard on all 6 strings. And this is a very easy method to use, but it is a little bit time consuming. But if you persevere with it, I guarantee within 3 months to a year, you will know all of the notes on the fretboard. Maybe even sooner than that. It depends on your own learning capacity, and it also depends on how much time and effort you spend on this. Now, I would suggest that you do this every day for 3-4 minutes. That's all it needs. Doesn't need a long time to learn this. So this method, it's like when I was in primary school. I don't know how they do things today. We used to learn things like the alphabet by reciting it every single day. Every day we had to go into the classroom and recite the alphabet A to Z. It's the same with the times tables. 1 times 1 is 1, all the way up to 12 times 12 is 144. We had to do that day in, day out. And we first started off by looking at a chart with all the letters on, or all the numbers, and we read off the chart. And then eventually we'd have to do it without looking at the chart, just from memory. So it's a repetitive thing. You keep doing it over and over again, and eventually it goes into the long-term memory, so you remember. So we're just going to learn 1 string at a time, and the most obvious string to start on is A, because the alphabet starts on A. But remember, the musical alphabet only goes from A to G. We only have 7 letters: A, B, C, D, E, F and G. And we also need to be able to recite that backwards as well. So A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. We need to go in both directions. That's the difference from the normal alphabet. So on a piano, for example, if you look at this diagram, it's very easy to learn the notes on a piano keyboard, because we have a group of 2 notes, black notes, followed by a group of 3 black notes. And we can see that under the first group of 2 black notes, if we go to the note immediately before that first black note, we have the note C, and that's the same across the entire keyboard. So once you've learned where that C is, you can now pick out all of the C's on that keyboard. And it's the same for the other notes. If we look at the 3rd black note in the group of 3 and we come down 1/2 step, we can see that that note is an A. And again, once we've learned where that A is, that position under that 3rd black note, then we can pick out all of the other A's on that keyboard. It's very easy to see, it's very easy to visualize. Unfortunately, we don't have that luxury on the guitar. So the guitar is kind of like having keyboards stacked on top of one another. Imagine if you had 4 piano keyboards and each one started on a different note. So one starts on A, one starts on C, one starts on F. It would be very confusing. And that's basically what we've got with the guitar. We've got 6 strings. The 2 outer strings are basically the same. They're both E's, but the others are different. So we've got the E, the A, D, the G and the B, and then E again. So we've got like 5 different strings that start at different positions within the A to G alphabet. So we're just going to look at the A string today. Before we do though, if I can just remind you, please subscribe to the channel if you like these videos or you get anything out of them. Leave a like, a comment, ask a question, all of that stuff. Without further ado, let's look at the notes on the A string and we'll just go through them one by one. So the open circle at the beginning is telling us that that's the open string. So we just play that open and that's an A. Remember, we're working on the 5th string, the A, and I am assuming here that you know the note names on the strings. Obviously you need to learn that first. So A, we go to the 1st fret, we've got A sharp. Now these sharps can also be called flats, but I'm just going to keep things simple. We're going to call everything sharp for this lesson. So A, 1st fret A sharp, 2nd fret B, 3rd fret C, 4th fret C sharp, 5th fret D, 6th fret D sharp, 7th fret E, 8th fret F, 9th fret F sharp, 10th fret G, and the 11th fret G sharp. And then the 12th fret is an A, same as the open string, so it starts again. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and A. This is a 24 fret guitar, so I've got a full 2 octaves on each string. Your guitar might have fewer frets, so if your guitar's only got 22 frets, sorry about that, the camera battery died there. So if your guitar only has 22 frets, then you're going to finish on a G at the 22nd fret, and if you've only got 21 frets, you're going to finish on that F sharp. But don't worry about that, just go as far as you can, and all I want you to do is just keep reciting this every day. Look at the chart and go all the way up and come all the way back down. So A, G sharp, G, F sharp, F, E, and so on, backwards down to the open A and then back up again. Just do this every day until you can do it without looking at that chart. And then what you want to do, once you're comfortable with that and you can do it without making any mistakes, straight from memory, then you want to just play around and just test yourself by just playing a random note somewhere, say that note there, and saying, okay, that's an F sharp, okay, that's a C, so that you know instantly as soon as you put a finger anywhere on this fretboard, you know that that note is an F. Once you're at that stage where you can do that anywhere on this A string, then you can start learning the next string. So I would suggest from there you learn the low E string, and obviously once you've learned this E string, you will instantly know the notes on this E string as well, because they're the same. Once you can do that on both the E and A strings, then move on to the D string, then the G, and then the B. And there you have it, very easy way to learn all of the notes across all 6 strings. Maybe there are some systems out there that are faster, but not everyone can adopt those systems. Everyone can adopt this, because it's like going back to the primary school example. It's like learning your alphabet or learning your times tables. You just keep doing it over and over and over again until it sinks in. You only need to spend 3 or 4 minutes doing this. It's not a lot of time really, and once you've learned all of the notes on the fretboard, you'll have an advantage over many guitarists that have been playing for a long time, and the fretboard is still a bit of a mystery to them. So do this, I guarantee you it works. That's all from me today. As ever, look after yourselves, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.